Mabuhay Kamustika, welcome. How are you? This is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. We're going to be going to the Philippines shortly after this video is released, like in days, not in hours. And that's something that at one point I said I didn't see myself doing again, but I've learned not to get set in my ways. So that's what this video is about. Foreigner Filipino advice. Guys, don't be set in your ways. Your life's going to change a lot when you marry someone from the Philippines. I try to share with others what I've learned in, I think we're about 6 years and 10 months of marriage already to my Filipino wife. Today, I want to talk about why the foreigner, who may be a lot older than the Filipina he is interested in, should not become set in his ways. And I know that gets harder as we get older, but it's important. Please subscribe to Love Beyond the Sea. I'd love to respond to your comments. Remember to click the bell to get notifications for upcoming videos, and then also click add to complete that process. Otherwise, it may not work. Being set in your ways will not help your relationship with anyone, perhaps especially a woman from the Philippines, where the people there have to adapt. They have to be flexible in order to make it. For many years, people have thought that, I'm regimented and being single until I was 53 when I married my dream Filipina. If anyone was set in their ways, it was probably me. While I was single, it didn't matter to me. I mean, I just had my routine of what I did from day to day. I'd been without a relationship, so I was content to just do what I did without a whole lot of variance. And that was fine with me, but something that needs to slowly be changed, not necessarily totally eliminated, when married, especially to a Filipina. If the foreign man has married a younger one, it is unlikely that she will be set in her ways. If she immigrates, excuse me, that's the mandatory cough during the video. If she immigrates, she'll be exposed to a much different, newer world than she has known. It might not even be what she thought it was going to be. She will want to explore it and learn about it. She may want to travel. Don't know about you. If the man is set in his ways in this way, that would hinder their growth as a couple. It could open up a lot of wonderful opportunities to just sit there and enjoy things, or to talk about things, since you have a captive audience. Some things need to change when two are together. Neither the Filipina or foreigner is probably thinking about this early on, so I want to bring it up now, something you can file away for later. Be ready to get out of your comfort zone. Transitioning from what in my case was very long time singleness to marrying someone from another country taught me I had to be open to trying new things for the sake of my wife. In general, I think men tend to prefer routine, and the longer we stay in that routine, the more difficult it is to break out of it. Something I had to adjust to was that my wife wanted to travel. That's understandable. And that is something she probably never had the opportunity to do. She wants to explore new things. However, had been content to not explore new things. But it would not be fair to my wife for her to adjust to me in that way. I am suggesting the foreigner be willing to do less of what he is accustomed to in order to experience new things with his Filipina wife and help that relationship grow. That will probably be as good for him as it is for her. It's helped me. Marrying a Filipina means opening yourself up to a brand new lifestyle that is different than marrying somebody from the same country. A couple times really, we went to Branson, Missouri, about a 7-hour drive, a place I had not been to because my wife wanted to see it, what it was like. I enjoyed it and glad we went. In fact, just a short time later, we did it again. If I had said no, too far away, I would have missed out on good experiences without even being aware of it. She wanted to visit a friend in Minnesota. And that's about 6.5, 7 hours. She had never met her, so we did. We've done that more than once too now. My wife likes plays, like theater plays, acting, singing, musicals. And so we saw Cinderella, The Little Mermaid, Moses. I think we saw Beauty and the Beast. And I have to admit, I did enjoy these too, and I didn't think I was. Without her, I would never have seen those. If I hadn't been willing to go with her, I would have missed out on the talented actors and singers. The choreography, it was just really fun to see. We even went to Paris, another place I wouldn't have thought of going. And it was an experience I won't ever forget. We saw the Mona Lisa, which is estimated at that time and that was second anniversary, so probably 4+ years ago. At that time, it was valued at about 1 billion USD. And we went to the Eiffel Tower 4 times, walking, long walk, but it was fun. The tower is much bigger in person than it looks like in those photos. What an amazing experience. And I learned a lot about history and saw some incredible artwork and sculptures. This has opened the possibility of going to maybe Italy someday or somewhere else that looks interesting. Now, my wife also likes to watch love stories. She wants me to watch them with her. I have made some adjustments to accommodate her because that will be good for us. She also likes action movies and mysteries, so we have a lot in common. I have allowed her to change some of my clothes and my hair at one point, although she's more flexible with that. If I was to resist because I was just set in my ways, how would that make her feel? But if I try what she wants, try it, she will be pleased that I valued her impressions of my appearance. I let her shave my beard for a while too. Maybe the largest way I've chosen to adapt to her is when we get up and when we go to bed. We are opposites in this, and one of us had to budge and make a change if we were going to have quality time together. It is easier now than when I was working, but I'm still not sure I'll ever fully adjust to living a second shift schedule. I'm a morning person. I like getting up at 5 a.m., not going to bed at 3 or 4 a.m. Some men may have lived exciting lives already, doing different things. If so, well, then you have a head start in showing your Filipina some new experiences for her. For those like me, I have had to leave my comfort zone plenty to help my wife acclimate to America. Those are all past experiences for us now, and I need to stay the course for the rest of my life, and that's a good thing. Unlike my wife, I feel like I have lived most of mine. I can finish the course doing the things that are important to me, that I am accustomed to doing, or I could continue being open to new experiences with my Filipino wife. I'm not suggesting dumping everything important to the man, just saying that he'd be willing to make concessions for his wife from the Philippines. I've learned that by shaking things up a bit, this has made for a more interesting life for myself, and I am willing to give up some ground on the usual interests that I have had, try different things with my wife. It isn't out of the realm of possibility to retire in the Philippines one day. When we got married, I told my wife, no way, I'm not going to consider that. I even told her family I would never be back. Yet I have seen them 3 more times. Bad back and all. I've just gotten used to all of that, tried to prepare myself for travel. Now it's something I'm looking forward to. So not being set in our ways is always going to result in some fear of the unknown, some uncomfortableness, or just the thought we might not like trying something new, but my experience has taught me it is worth it. I don't see it as giving something up as much as allowing for additional happiness and satisfaction. Being flexible is good for me and my love beyond the sea.